Hello, let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a little 8-year-old girl who lived on a farm named Charlotte Rose. One day, while playing with one of her friends in the horse pen, she upset one of the full-grown horses and it kicked her square in the forehead. Little Charlotte Rose stayed standing and fully conscious with only a throbbing headache. She clutched her face, only to realize she was touching her blood-soaked skull. Then blood was everywhere. She screamed and blood gushed in her mouth. Her mother, hearing her gurgling cry, ran out to find little Charlotte Rose drenched in her own blood. Charlotte remained fully awake as her frantic mother drove her to the ER. Charlotte's body spasmed and shook violently. Her ears were muted as the doctors tried to stitch her together. 14 stitches and a few CAT scans later, she was released to go home for the night, but her life would never be the same again. She had to wear a bandage over her face for months and had to sit out at her favorite gym in her favorite class, that was gym, because students would throw basketballs at her head. She became an outcast and hated the permanent V-shaped scar that was left etched in her forehead. Did I mention that this was right after Harry Potter opened up in theaters? Life sucked for little Charlotte Rose. 14 years ago, something horrific happened to me. I am little Charlotte Rose. 14 years later, it really freaks me out to see how small an 8-year-old child really is. I could not believe that someone that small could survive something like that. The doctors were even astounded. After hearing my story, hopefully now you will understand this rant that I am going to share. In the past 3 weeks, I have had a few experiences that I deem completely socially unacceptable and absolutely rude. And I do not understand how someone can say something like what was told to me. Today I'm going to share with you why I think talking to a complete stranger or asking a complete stranger about any form of scar on their body is socially unacceptable. I'm a cashier at a local grocery store, and within the past 3 weeks, I've had 3 separate occasions where older gentlemen, below 50 years old, because that needs to be clear, because some old people can be kind of crazy, older gentlemen have randomly been asking about the scar on my forehead. Now, with this light, you can't really see very well. It's right here. I'll do something later so you can see it. But, they've been completely rude about the whole damn thing. I will be completely sweet and kind to everyone that comes in my line unless you are rude to me. And I'll just share with you today what happened. Close to the end of my shift, I had a man and his 2 daughters. His daughters were probably teenagers, 14, 15. And he came into my line and he just gave me a whole bunch of crap, and he was just being really rude to begin with and acting like nothing was wrong. And then he, out of nowhere, asked, "Is that your natural hair color?" My hair is actually a bright red right now, you can't really see it. And I was like, "No, everyone's been asking me that recently, and my hair really isn't." And he said, quote, "I see you also have a dent in your face." Seriously. I see you also have a dent in your face. What the fuck? Like, do not. What? Why would you even? Seriously. His daughters were upset. His daughters were so embarrassed. They were like, "Dad, are you serious? Let's go." Like, seriously? I was so shocked. I was like, "Excuse me?" And then just ignored every other fucking word that came out of his mouth. That was so messed up. And that was the 3rd time this has happened to me in the past few weeks. Last week, oh shit, what did that guy say? Last week, Oh, I was talking to the customer ahead of him, which was an older woman, and I was telling her, you know, I grew up on a farm and we trained horses and everything like that. It was his turn to come up, and he said, "Oh, is that scar from you getting kicked in the face then?" Why, yes, sir, it is. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I totally wanted to talk to that with you. Talk about that directly with you. I was totally trying to tell you telepathically that you're a fucking asshole for bringing it up. You have no reason. I could have been fucking stabbed by Jack the Ripper. You wouldn't know. Like, don't ask. That's totally inappropriate. He had no idea that I actually did get kicked in the head by a horse. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'll joke around with it. It's kind of fucking funny if you think about it. But there's no. If you're a complete stranger, how can you just be like, oh my god, how can you just be like, oh, did you get kicked in the face? Yes. Oh my god. And please tell me if I'm wrong, but that is that's so unacceptable. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know. I don't even remember what the first guy said. He was pretty just blunt and was like, "What's wrong with your face?" I don't know. Why don't you tell me what's wrong with yours? He said he thought it was a tattoo at first. I'm like, how do you make, how? Really? Like, I have a lot of tattoos. You can't see any of them at work. Why would you think I would get a tattoo on my forehead? I'm a 20-year-old white girl. What am I gonna do with the fucking swastika on my face? Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. Holy shit. No, like, I haven't heard anything about my scar for years. Like, maybe a new acquaintance, possibly, will be like, oh, what's that on your forehead? Is there a story there? And I'll be like, oh yeah, actually, and I will explain to you. But if you're an absolute stranger and you're blunt like that, that's fucking rude as hell. And the next person that asks me that, I'm gonna fucking flip them off and walk the hell away. I don't even care. I don't care if I'm at the goddamn register. I will flip them off, everyone else in line, and walk the hell out. Don't even care. Mark my words, because then I will make another fucking video saying what the hell happened. What the fuck? How do you do that? Oh my god. Don't be fucking rude. Holy crap. Oh my god. Please, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm totally freaking out about this. But how does one do that? Oh my god, I was so mad. I had to take 5 minutes. I was like, nope, nope. Now when I told my supervisor, I'm like, I'm pissed right now. And I waited for the nice little Asian family to come through, and I just walked away doing this, doing that, shaken, just pissed off, like infuriated. Oh my god. Like, that was a horrific time in my life, and you just took a shit on me. That's what it feels like. So if you ever see me and you're like, well, now if you like make a joke out of it, like anybody who really gives a shit on YouTube, probably not anyone. If you see me and I'm like, oh my god, Charlotte, how'd you get kicked in the face? Like, what happened? You have an ugly ass scar on your face. Like, that would be kind of funny to me. But random ass old dudes, do not fucking talk to me in my personal life unless I bring something up. Cause you're being a fucking creeper, A. B, you're a dick. Alright? Okay. Alright. I think I'm good now. Thank you. Bye.